There is no way you can even fit a credit card under there. That is insane. What is happening, guys? Haven't been on YouTube in a very long time, but I'm gonna make up for it right now. Definitely got a great install in for today. Not on the Z, not on the Lexus. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on today. This car, I kind of lost some motivation for it. The new wrap, the eyelids, everything looks great, but the thing is, there's always something that makes me never satisfied with the car. I always have tried to get many different coilovers, never could get low enough. The lip kit, side skirts, the diffuser, I've always imagined this car just laying on the floor. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into installing some air suspension. Finally got some air suspension for the Mazda. It's been a long time coming. Y'all know how expensive Airlift is. I found a great deal for some bags. This is the 3-piece set. This is from FlyyAirr suspension out in Kissimmee. So yeah, got the rear struts, got the bags, rear bag setup. They actually came with 2 sets of rear bags. Shout out to the person that I bought this from. Definitely hooked me up. So I got brand new suspension for the back. This whole entire suspension, the customer had it on the car for less than 500 miles. So it's basically brand new. So all right, so in less than about 20 minutes, it literally took me 20 minutes to take off the rear suspension and the front suspension. These Godspeed coilovers are gonna be for sale. I barely rode on them. I'm gonna put the rear bags in first, the rear strut in, and then I'm gonna do the fronts, wire everything up, run the management how I want it in the trunk. If you can install coilovers, you can install bags. Let's keep going with this video. Let's get it. Quick update, we got all of the actual suspension components installed. We got the front struts installed and the rears. Probably took me about 50 minutes to an hour to install. My advice to anyone doing this, make sure everything is loose when you're installing it. Hand tighten everything. You don't want to torque everything down just yet because that makes putting everything in easier. So lifting up the control arm, putting that bolt inside, doing the top hat, your sway bar end link. If you put all that super tight, it's gonna be so hard to even do the other side. So once you have one side and the other side all loosened up and everything's in place, that's when you torque it down. Yeah, that's my advice. If it helps, let me know in the comments. Let's go ahead and run our management system through the car. So I almost forgot. We got some Dynamats to reduce vibration, to make the subwoofer sound a lot better. While this is all clean, let's go ahead and just throw some Dynamat on here. It's peel and stick, and you see it right there. That's exactly what this does. Shout out to Pops for getting me this for Christmas. Even though it was 2 years ago, we putting it in now. Thank you, Dad. Let's go. All right, so we got the wiring going from the back of the car's management through the driver's side. You got 2 harnesses because we have 2 compressors, and here is your remote line. So I ran those through the firewall. Right now it's just tidying up, hiding all those wires. And then you come up here. So this is the remote wire. I plugged it into an accessory fuse that only gets power when the car's ignition is turned on. We also have, well, I have the jumper on right now, just charging the battery. But we got 2 fuses, 1 and 2 for the power supply of the management and the compressors. So right now you have 2 powers, 2 grounds from that harness that I just showed you. I have a temporary setup right now. I just want to make sure everything works. The water trap's in there. Everything is plugged in. Very simple. Like I said, it is not confusing. This is not probably the best tutorial out there. I'm just showing you guys how I did it on my car. But yeah, basically we're all done. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the wheels on and see if we can get our first air out and let it do its calibration settings. Then we can adjust our ride height. Then we can adjust all the presets and so on. So right now I have the compressors on, making sure they work. Now the system is ready to do the calibration, so let's go ahead and do it. So the car is going to do a few movements and adjust itself. Pretty much just get everything dialed in. Right now the car is fully aired out. There is a sneak peek. It's pretty cool just to see it do all its own adjustments on its own. And I can't wait to put all this stuff back together. It's such a mess. Fronts are airing out nice. Yes, sir. So here you guys have it. This is the ride height for now. Pretty much just gets the car to where I want to go safely, not rubbing the lip or not rubbing side skirts, fenders and all that. Let's go ahead and air this thing out. So this is exactly how I've always wanted the rears to sit. Try to shave off that quarter panel. That way the tire can probably tuck a little bit more. But other than that, it's super low. I've always pictured that fender to the lip look. We still have more low that we can go. I would definitely say that the fenders need to be rolled a little bit more and trimmed. Pretty much tucking those ESRs really clean. You already know the next step on this car is to one day find the right set of wheels. Right now ESRs, I mean, they look good, but it's just not a reputable big time company show car wheels. So when I get more into shows, we're definitely gonna throw some nice set of wheels on there. I'm always on the hunt to look for it. But yeah, she is sitting super clean. My gosh, I've always pictured it like this. Let's go. Man. That is crazy. Wow. Now we're gonna go ahead and see how she rides. Dang, that's how you know we're low. Whoops. The hardest thing with running air ride on your car is to make sure that you have no leaks. You wanna properly put all the fittings with the thread tape, spray soapy water to see if you got any slight leak. You don't want the slightest leak because over time it will deflate and then you're gonna see yourself aired out and you're gonna be stuck. So yeah, make sure that you do run your lines properly. On this car, instead of running them underneath the car, I ran them through the firewall all the way inside the car to the back. That prevents anything from happening. If I were to hit something on the road, at least the lines won't get damaged. I did replace all the lines. I was having an issue with previous owner. I was having an issue with his lines because of course when you run used lines, that's the risk that you kind of run into. But yeah, let's go ahead for a test drive. Let's see how she rides. So we stopped at one of my shops, one of my locations. I have my detailer over here and he does a lot of the body shop cars. But we are taking the Mazda. We are trying to see how this car drives. It drives amazingly well. No complaints, no leaks. We are good to go. Picked up some supplies. Let's go ahead and air this thing out. Keep driving by the push of a button. Air compressors are quiet. The Dynamat did its thing. I don't know how it's gonna drive on the highway. I pray to God that I installed everything right. But let's go ahead and give it more of a test drive. So far it's been like 35 minutes of a drive and everything is holding up good. This is literally the worst road to try to test this on. If y'all in Orlando and you know East Colonial, it's the worst road. Those are our numbers and it's riding nice. So this is ride height. Doesn't vibrate, doesn't bounce. I don't hear any crazy noises. One of my exhaust hangers might be a little loose, so I hear a little bit of a rattle, but compared to coilovers, this thing rides like a dream. It feels like coilovers, but just the amount of adjustments you can do by the push of a button, it's the most convenient way to drive your lowered car or built car. So I love these airbags, man. I would definitely recommend it to anybody. Let's go. Traffic on East Colonial never gets old. All right, here we go. I ain't never been on the highway with this thing since it was bagged. Let's see what it does. So far, so good. This thing feels like a dream. Sorry for the wind noise. I ain't got no AC in this car, man. Damn. Bro, is it Porsche day or what? Woo! Let's go, baby. That's a good sign. Riding with some good cars on the road. Let's go. So we're on the way to Apopka. I got a wrap that I got to do. So I'm just taking you guys along. Now we're getting on I-4 from downtown Orlando. And this is another terrible road to test this thing on for the first time. But we are doing it. We are going to do it. Let's go ahead. Let's see if we can see the Magic Stadium. Right up ahead is the Kia Center. I will see you guys on Monday when the Magic play the Clippers. Let's go. Life is good, man. The car is driving so good. Y'all should see the smile on my face right now. Gosh. If you're in coilovers, you know the feeling. You get so many bumps ahead that you kind of can't avoid. And then you make that cringe face when you hear something scrape. With bags, you ain't got to worry about that. Like, that is the literally best, like, peace of mind. You ride in comfort. This is such an amazing experience. The highway drive could have never been better. Never could take this car in certain places, and now I feel like I can just take it anywhere. So this is your sign to go get some bags. Let me know in the comments down below. Would you guys get bags? Let me know down in the comments below. So I'm just now leaving my client's house. Had to do some quick vinyl wrap work. And then, yeah, basically we're going to get ready to head back out. Probably take the highway to get home pretty fast. I've noticed that there's a little bit of camber on this one. But when you go to the driver's side, I can see more camber on this side. Let's see if you guys can see that one more time. See the camber difference? So I feel like this side will go lower once I adjust the camber. I didn't adjust the camber from the previous owner's settings. I mean, used stuff, just it works different on different cars. I'll work on the camber another day, but let's go ahead and keep enjoying the car.
Uniden. X-band. K-band. Ka-band. Laser.
All right, we got to get gas. Bro, I just scraped the hell out of this lip. Hey, but it's still there though. Oh, it's always something, but at least I can control the height like we were talking about. But so that's gonna wrap it up for today's video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you stuck around all the way to the end, I appreciate you guys. It helps the channel out tremendously. I know it was a long video for an install, but you guys got a point of view of how it is to drive a bagged car. Basically my first impressions. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of the car and the way that it looks now. Definitely on the hunt for some new wheels, but definitely the suspension in the front has dropped a little bit more to like settle in. So we got both of the corners of the lip literally on the ground. There is no way you can even fit a credit card under there. That is insane. And literally the only part that we scraped was just the red outline tape. So we are good to go. If you guys are happy with the car just as much as I am, go ahead and hit that like button. Comment, let me know what you guys think. Would you guys bag your car? And thank you guys so much for watching again. Stay tuned for more. Peace out.